Why did the underwear come on? Anyways, we got to talk about the NIFB. For those who don't know, that is the New Independent Fundamental Baptists. They are a offshoot of the Independent Fundamental Baptists. If you don't know who they are, they, along with some Seventh-day Adventists, funded the Pensacola Christian Academy School that I grew up in, and that also Eric Hovind grew up in. So if you know any of those names, I've given you pretty much all I can. They're a group of young Earth creationist fundamental Christians that believe some very, very yikesy things, and we're going to get into that today. If you're new to the channel, this may be your first time seeing them. If you're not new to the channel, then you know that I have some history with these jokers. But let's get into the fan art section, and then we will get into all of this. So the first one we have here is from... Oh, that's a zoom button. I need to get used to these new Stream Deck buttons. The first one here is from Smoky Quartz. It says, meh, if Cirrus's pet was a human, kind of. Fem Blizzy is drawn by many. And so that is just a thing that is happening, I guess. The next one we have is from Fluffy B1. I drew this outfit earlier this year, but it's Rabbit Day tomorrow, so I have a bunny girl Cirrus in a bunny suit. And as with every single picture Fluffy B1 has ever drawn, there is, of course, a bulge. Apparently, Femcirrus canonically does not tuck. The next one we have here is from Axo that has cream. For some reason, I keep turning Cirrus into food. Anyway, happy Easter. Well, now am an egg. In that sense of the word. As always, everybody, thank you all for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, the best way to do so is to drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. But with that all said, let's go ahead and get into the topic at hand after you hit the subscribe button. Now. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead. Said, Happa what? What do you mean, bulge? Sylvia. Like I said, I've seen your NSFW Twitter. The joke's on you, sirs. I'm already subscribed. That is your problem. So the first one here we have is Aaron Thompson, and this clip comes courtesy... All these come courtesy of Hemet Meta, but they are all from the various NIFB pastors. Let's see if we can hear them real quick. Let's go.
Where our children are literally getting groomed in the schools that they're in. They have stripper pole, drag queen story hours at school.
There's stripper poles at schools? Where? What schools have stripper poles in them? I'm going to need a citation for that one. I don't think that one's real. Not in the slightest, my guy. Let's keep going.
And here's what I'm blown away by. Why are you letting your kids still go to school there?
Because it's... Wait, I hit the hand on hip button and the hammer button, and apparently that makes... Why did the underwear come on? What? How did I hit the underwear button? Why did I have so many... so many things? That was supposed to be this. Why does crossed arms turn on hand on hip and also okay, nope. There we go. There we go. I did it. I did it. I hit the correct button. I don't understand why everything broke the way it did. I don't understand how that happened. I just pressed a button and my shit disappeared. All the buttons seem to be correct now. I didn't do that on purpose. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever. Cirrus, you've just entirely too many toggles. Yep, I do. Look, everybody makes mistakes, okay? Apparently Aaron Thompson's was joining the NIFB. Let's go.
You think going to the school board is going to help? They're the ones that let them in. They're not going to let, get your kids out of public school.
So that we can indoctrinate them further. Oh, wait, no, you weren't supposed to hear that part. Why is the underwear a toggle, though? 'Cause you... Salem, you made it a button that I could use. This is your fault, not mine. I don't... What's more important is, why did hitting multiple toggles cause the underwear to go off? That you requested it because you know somebody's going to be like, hey, Cirrus, I'll pay you $5 for you to go in a fucking hot tub, because it's happened before.
While you still can, while they're still normal, while they're not groomed already. But this is just ridiculous. Yeah, they put litter boxes in kids' bathrooms now.
No, that's... So, that entire thing has been shown to be a fucking fabrication that people have been trying to use for the last 2 years to say that, oh my god, look, they're trying to accommodate furries, the new version of the transes.
Because people think they're cats.
That's not what happened, my guy. So, let's see here. God, isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Every article I look at over here showed there's never been evidence of a school providing litter boxes for students identifying as cats. God,
they think they're a cat. A cat. They put tails on and they demand that they have a litter box in the school.
Claims like this one, shared by a Minnesota state senator, have been spreading since 2022. They push the narrative that various schools and school districts across the country are accommodating students who identify as cats or furries by providing litter boxes in their schools. Several Verify viewers, including Linda, have asked if this rumor is true. So let's verify. Is there any evidence of schools putting litter boxes in classrooms to accommodate students who identify as cats or furries? Our sources are statements from several school districts, Google search analysis, news reports, and the International Anthropomorphic Research Project, also known as Fur Science. Verify conducted a thorough internet search and found no credible reports of any schools using litter boxes to accommodate students that identify as cats. Many school districts have addressed these claims and all labeled this a rumor. The earliest instance Verify could find of an American school district addressing the rumor was in January of 2022.
Oh boy!
The Midland County School District in Michigan addressed a claim made during a school board meeting that litter boxes were provided within student restrooms for those who identify themselves as furry.
Now,
did someone say $5 for hot tub stream?
No, Naki, that's not what that was supposed to mean, but thank you for the 500 bits, I appreciate it. Chash Romancer says, how long till we get a cat box stream? I don't know. Trash, I don't know. So the reason I bring this up, this litter box thing has been brought up so many times by so many people. Not just the NIFB, but it's been brought up by a bunch of the fucking Daily Wire people. It's been brought up by people who are close to the PragerU shenanigans. It's been brought up time and time again, and every single time, what's the first thing that you say? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that's actually real. And then when you go look it up, you look up any information on this happening, you find that it didn't fucking happen. But let's pretend for a minute that we lived in the world where it did happen. Let's pretend for a goddamn second that some schools, somewhere, put litter boxes in the bathroom. So what? Seriously, so what? Who the fuck cares? If it happened, who cares? Why would it even matter? From the bottom of my heart, said, I mean, it would be pretty disgusting. I mean, at the end of the day, Hakamoto, thank you for the $5. At the end of the day, if a litter box is there, just sent there. Not that a kid actually went and shat in the damn thing, but it's just sitting in there. Why would that matter? Do you have a litter box in the bathroom, Cirrus? Yeah, because I have cats, Striker. But why would it even matter? first of all, you know that just about no kid in their right mind is going to use the damn thing. Second, if they did and then it got cleaned, again, who cares? It doesn't matter. It's a non-issue. You're getting mad at effectively a hypothetical box filled with clay. Why would that matter even in the slightest? The fact of the matter is, it doesn't. It never would. Salem says if they did, that's really gross. It would stink up, make the entire bathroom worse. Yeah, it would if the cat litter was not actually cleaned. My point is, even in the world in which the cat litter is there, it doesn't do anything. Said, when did Cirrus get buff? Never.
In a message shared on the county police Facebook page, the superintendent of Midland County Schools said, there is no truth whatsoever to this false statement accusation. There have never been litter boxes within MPS schools. The rumor has been so pervasive that some school districts keep a page up on their website that directly denies the rumor. So we can verify there is no evidence of schools putting litter boxes in classrooms to accommodate students who identify as cats or furries. It's just a rumor. So where did that rumor come from? One source could be an opinion piece published in 2016 by the Christian Post.
Oh my God, look at that! Christian sources lying to their constituents. Who would have thought? Such a weird thing to happen. It's so strange. It's just so weird.
A conservative online newspaper. The piece was titled, "Should we provide litter boxes for people who identify as cats?"
How did I get the Vaporeon onesie on? I never pressed that button! Jesus Christ. New Stream Deck, new problems.
And claimed that if we don't stop this downward slide of recognizing, accommodating, and supporting transgender people, we might soon be required to provide litter boxes for people who identify as cats. Verify found 2 other news reports that also could have fueled the rumors. In one, a school district provided emergency go buckets with kitty litter so that students and teachers could use them as a bathroom in an emergency during a prolonged lockdown. In the other,
what kind of a prolonged lockdown might students have to be in the United States? What kind of situation that directly is influenced by policies that Republicans have been pushing for years would cause people to potentially need buckets with kitty litter in them as an emergency thing? Oh, I don't know! School shooters? I don't know, probably school shooters. Probably that. Probably that thing that happens in America twice to 3 times a day.
Students at a different school acted like cats and were reportedly disciplined for violating the school dress code. But neither story actually related to students identifying as cats and using litter boxes. With your Verify, I'm Ariante Till.
Okay, so what's the very first thing we see when we go back to the NIFB video and we see what Aaron has to say about the cat litter thing, which we've just shown was a big bucket of lies, if not a big bucket of clay. Minute Rice, thank you for redeeming your points for you fucking degen.
You're like, well, that's not proven. That's been fact-checked. I've heard that from multiple sources. Multiple sources. And
cool. Have you ever considered that, like the entirety of your organization, multiple people can lie? I mean, it's basically what your entire org is built on, but you'll never admit to that. Duke AJ with the $5. We can't accommodate anyone because then we might have to accommodate everyone. Fuck disabilities. Said, damn, which sources, dude? Yeah, Christian Post. We talking about Christian Post? Because we're talking about Christian Post. I don't think your source is super reliable. Just,
And I know someone that was installing urinals in a woman's bathroom. Why would you have urinals in a woman's bathroom?
Because there are trans women. Now, granted, here's the thing. Let's see if that one is even true. Let's, man. God, it always ends up that way, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Fact check. False claim about installing urinals in women's bathroom. February 4th Instagram post included a video that showed taped-off urinals in what's supposedly the women's bathroom. In the video, the camera shows a blue sign for the women's bathroom, and it pans around to taped-off urinals, then to a woman with a piece of luggage, and back to the out-of-use urinals. Konako, come on, buddy. Said LAX is installing urinals in the women's bathrooms, read the post. It was liked by more than 4,000 times in 6 days. Which do you think is more likely? That Aaron is telling the truth and he actually knows a person who was installing urinals in a women's bathroom? Or is it more likely that, like the last thing he said, it's a fucking lie? Another version of the claim received more than 70,000 likes before it was deleted. The claim was circulated on Facebook and on Twitter. Man. Interesting. Funny how that works. But let's go ahead and do the same thing we did with the cat litter. Let's pretend for a minute that there was, in fact, a urinal installed in a woman's restroom. Would that matter? Well, for one, it would probably be used by nobody, right? The only cis girl I can see using the woman's bathroom and using a urinal is that just really, really robust trucker gal who knows how to pee standing up because contra girls make do. That's probably the only person doing that. I guarantee you, even most trans women are not using the fucking urinal in there. They're sitting down at the toilet because that's what's comfortable. So there's stand-up pee devices. Oh, I know. The fact of the matter is, despite the fact that this is most likely not happening, even in the world where it is happening, what's the actual harm? There is none. What's happening is the sensibilities of the NIFB are harmed because they see this as an affront to what the world order is supposed to be. It's a change. That's what it is. They're snowflakes afraid of change. Change happens, they freak out because change bad. Change bad, guys. Change bad.
Why is Target selling tucking bathing suits? Why are they doing that?
Because there are some trans women who have large dicks, and they want to tuck. So tucking-friendly bathing suits help them with that. I don't know what to tell you, my guy.
Because this world has gone insane, and they think that we're the crazy ones? Oh, no.
You're the crazy ones because you literally call for genocide. Government-mandated genocide all the time. Which do you think is worse in matter of scale? There's a group of human beings that I think need to die. Or a cat litter box got put in a bathroom. Which do you think is worse, actually? Which do you think is actually worse?
You're crazy.
Did he really just end it with a no you? They call us crazy, but no you. No, you're crazy. Of course they have to do that. But don't worry, we're not done with the NIFB. We can't be, because we now have John Reed, who's going to be complaining about, well, I did mention it already, so I've probably already spoiled you to what's coming up next, but let's go ahead and take a peek.
I mean, you know, if nobody's put to death for the things that people should be put to death for.
All right, hold on. I can barely hear him. We're going to go ahead and use this lovely little tool that Cherry gave me ages ago that will allow me to increase his volume.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is... I mean, you know, if nobody's put to death for the things that people should be put to death for, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, does that really even mean anything? I mean, somebody's supposed to get...
Does life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness really mean anything if these people can't fucking die? Oh boy, we got a live one on our hands, guys.
The death penalty for adultery, for being a sodomite, for all these capital punishments. They're supposed to get death, but they get a sentence called life.
Fellas, am I free if you're not dead? Fellas, am I really free if you're not fucking dead? Guys, if you decide that you want a little bit of anal, and you don't die for that, am I really myself a free man? Am I free to do whatever I want if you can't, separately from me, get killed for things I don't like? God, this is a weird timeline to be in. So, what the NIFB say is that it should be government mandated, which is not better than saying they want to do it themselves. It's the same thing, but realistically, if you handed somebody from the NIFB a gun, especially one of their pastors, and you pointed them at somebody in their family and said, actually, that person's gay, and you won't go to jail for killing them, I guarantee you each one of these idiots would pull the trigger. They are frothing at the mouth at the idea that they could kill gay people, that gay people could get shot for living as their authentic selves. Gay people, trans people, doesn't matter. And see, the funny thing is, when you start looking for people to kill like this, when you start looking for the people who need to be eliminated, eventually you run out of people, and you start cannibalizing only your own. You see, it starts with, the transes are weird, we need to kill the transes. And then it goes to, well, we're out of transes, but the gays are bad, so we gotta kill the gays. And then, you know, when nobody is outwardly showing that they're gay or trans anymore, and you've got a lot of blood on your hands, the bloodthirst doesn't go away, my guy. You then start looking to other things that make people different than you. For the NIFB, it would be people of other religions, but depending on how far down the white nationalist tree you're willing to suckle, black people are some of the people who get put on that chopping block next. They look thoroughly different than white people, I guess. So I guess they need to get the wall, right? You see, when you have an enemy that you think can only be eliminated by death, it never ends with that enemy. You always find some other enemy. This is one of the reasons why I stopped calling myself an anti-theist as well. Because, all things considered, I don't want to define myself about the things I am against. I am anti-religious harm. I am anti-fascist. I am anti a lot of these things. But defining myself that way, as opposed to the things that I myself agree with, I myself identify with, feels counterintuitive. It feels like defining yourself against an enemy is something that ends in self-destruction somewhere down the line. I don't want to do that. That is not saying that there is nothing wrong, or that's not saying that there's something wrong with identifying yourself as an anti-fascist. I still would do that, but it wouldn't be my primary identity. My primary identity would still be socialist, which, you know, just so happens to be fairly anti-fucking-fascist. But let's go ahead and get into the last part of this video.
How does that even work? You know, if sodomites aren't given the death penalty, then all the filth that comes out of their mouth and everything perverts our country, and it literally permeates into every facet of our culture. You know, and I mean, that's going to be made evident, obviously, by this month coming up. And
so this must have been made before Pride Month. Again, this is literally just, fellas, am I free if I can't kill people?
You know, I think Cameron put it well with the whole shock therapy. I think they're lead deficient, personally. I mean...
But unfortunately, we're not done. It said, wait, are you okay with a young 13 trans girl who would still look like a boy due to puberty blockers? Should be allowed to wear it? I don't fucking care what kind of bikini a girl wears. I don't fucking care, I hate Twitch. Why would that fucking matter? I've seen 13-year-olds wear a two-piece bikini. What's the difference between wearing a tucking swimsuit bikini? Why does it matter? It doesn't. The only thing that ever even instigates in somebody's head is, wow, that's different than the thing I am used to. I must have a visceral reaction to it. But we got one last thing here. One last one. We're back to Aaron Thompson.
We live in a crazy time right now where just preaching the Bible is controversial. It didn't used to be controversial, folks. It used to just...
So there's a difference between preaching the Bible, saying like, hey, Jesus died for your sins, and saying, hey, by the way, we need to kill the gays.
Be like, well, you know what used to be controversial? Being a queer. You know, they used to be in a closet. Did you know that? So being a homo
And the world is better now that they're not.
being a tranny was just something that they did in nightclubs and stuff in downtown Portland. Like, what was that
Yeah, because it was more likely that you would get shot otherwise.
guy? He just died and went to hell. What was his name? Anybody got it? Huh? Darcel. Darcel's roasting in hell.
Jesus fucking Christ. They fantasize about gay people dying, about trans people dying. This is the thing that gets them the fuck off. It is so weird. Imagine obsessing about people like this so much. But this is where I gotta throw it back to you. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already, and please don't ever be part of the NAFB. Insert end of video tagline here.